Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Techroad. My name is Michael.
And you with Simon Sanga.
So today, tuliamua tuangalie something kitu ambacho watu wengi wanatumia.
Yep.
Alafu unakuja kushtukia kumbe ni kitu kikubwa sana.
Very big.
Wewe unatumia simu gani?
For some reason, I'm still using Google Pixel, but I'm learning Korean now.
You're learning Korean?
It's like Idris Sultan.
Mimi natumia Samsung.
Beautiful. Samsung?
Samsung.
Serious?
Wewe unajua Korean?
Yeah.
What does Samsung mean?
What does Samsung mean?
Yeah.
Interesting question.
Yeah. It's a very important question.
What does it mean?
Samsung is the word. Samsung means 3 stars.
3 stars?
Yes.
Wow.
Like 3 stars. Sam is 3, Sang is stars.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll tell you why. So, Samsung ilianzaga. So Samsung is a Korean company. Ndio. Samsung is a Korean company. And right now it's very dominant. Kuna sehemu unaweza ukapita ukute Samsung products.
Yeah. Samsung.
Either SIM, PC,
refrigerator. So many things.
Vitu ni vingi sana.
Yeah, interesting. You know, even I was checking my gari langu last time, nikakuta kuna card ya Samsung. So card like a chip ya Samsung. Yeah. It was very interesting. Like, wow, Samsung are all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasa ndio ukiangalia wamefikaje kote huko, kwa sababu kuna kampuni nyingine tunaziona kwenye simu lakini hatuzioni kwenye TV, hatuzioni kwenye mafriji, hatuzioni wapi.
Yes. Think of Apple. Kwa mfano Apple walikuwa Apple wanafanya iPhone.
Yeah.
Wanafanya iPhone, iPad, all these electronics, but let's say internet based electronics. SIM, iPhone, iPad. Like say usikia free ya Apple. Of course kuna TV ya Apple, lakini I don't think wana
hivi kuna TV au ni app?
Yes, that's the thing. Wana TV as an app, but not
sio TV kama ile hardware.
Yes. Probably they have. I haven't checked that one, but sizani kama wanayo.
Ingekuwa something very big.
Yeah, walikuwa wanasema wanakuja na Apple Car, if you remember.
Yeah, bad
stories.
Maybe Vision Pro inaweza ikasubstitute TV.
Yes, kind of, yeah. And really interesting part kabla hujaenda huko ni kwamba kweli kuna hii idea kwamba unaweza kaongelea form factor ikawa no factor ambayo nitamani kwamba kampuni inaweza ikawa inahusika kwenye kitu au ikusika. Vision Pro.
Yeah.
Literally kind of Vision Pro, do you need a screen anymore? Do you need a TV set?
Hapana. Sasa nyingine hata monitor ya computer unaweza kusita.
Imagine that. Yeah, so yeah, maybe that's the reason labda zamani hizo kwa sababu there is no really big consumer market ya one particular product. Una venture into different things to make sure kama you get margins.
Yeah. So one of the things ambazo Samsung ukija kuangalia, of course kitu ambacho utaona ni hivi kwamba una vitu vingi, ukidiversify your business lazima unaongeza sources of income na vitu hivyo.
Very true.
Yeah. One of the biggest things ambazo walifanya in the beginning ni kuanza kudiversify. Yeah. So in Korea wakati wa Korean War.
Yeah.
Yes. Kabla ya hapo kulikuwa na kijana mmoja mdogo. Kijana mdogo. Ana majina 3 ya Kikorea ambayo mimi siwezi kuyatamka.
Sio.
Jina ambalo za kulitamka ni Lee, kwenye yale majina yake 3. Lee. So huyu Lee ndio founder wa Samsung. So kuna wakati akafika akaanza kuona kama his life is not moving.
Yeah.
Unajua kama mtu akikuuliza how things going and then like they're not going. So they're not going at all. So akaanzisha biashara.
Yeah.
Biashara ya kuuza groceries.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very true. That's when I can attest to that.
Yeah, akauza groceries. Wewe unadhani how much patience does it need kwa mtu kijana wa kawaida? How much patience does it need kutoka kwenye kuuza mboga na matunda hadi kuja kuwa moja ya kampuni kubwa duniani?
Yes, very interesting question. Unajua kitu ambacho nafikiria hapa ni kitu kimoja.
Yeah.
That is this idea of gatekeepers. Gatekeepers ni hizi system ambazo zinakuwa zimetengenezwa in a way that ili uweze kufanya kitu fulani lazima uwe uko certified. Umeona? So kwa mfano, let's say mimi naweza kutengeneza gari. Lakini ile gari langu liwe accepted barabarani, lazima niende kwenye acceptance board ya magari, vitu kama hivyo. There is a way wanakuwa na certify vitu vyako kwanza, umeona? Ndio kinachotokea sasa hivi. Lakini remember at that time jamaa alikuwa he was selling groceries, right? And then akaona kwamba maybe there's an opportunity kwenye another thing, umeona? At that time kwa sababu kulikuwa hawana expert already. Amna ile puta kusema lazima gari lako liwe na mita kadhaa za upana, lazima gari lako liwe na urefu huko upana. You literally try anything that works. So that was a big difference about walikuwa nayo compare na sisi. And that's the bad part kwa sisi kwa watu ambao kwa feel. So right now real sense amfikiria wewe you're most likely kuwa confined na kile kitu unachokisoma. Umeona? Ukitaka uventure into anything else lazima uwe certified, uonyeshe watu wamekufanyia hivi na hivi na hivi. Lakini in the beginning of time, right, during the time ya Korea labda kwa mfano at that time 1936, umeona, amna organized board ambayo inaweza kusema kwamba hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. You literally encourage people to do whatever they can do.
Kabisa.
Amna standard, right? Now that not having standard is also a good environment, umeona. Ndio maana hata ukiangalia sasa hivi, if you have noticed, kuna a lot of people, European, American, even Chinese people wanna move here. The people wanna move here ni kwa sababu wanaamini kwamba it's not so regulated. In Tanzania it's not so regulated as compared to maybe America or Europe as current. Lakini still hizo nchi ambazo ziko very regulated, you'll be surprised when I encourage innovation sana. So of course this is like a segue in depth, lakini in short, kutokuwa na zile certification body au ni system ambayo inakulazimisha ufuate standard fulani ilimpa Lee a chance kwamba hey, you know what, I'm just selling grocery today and tomorrow I'm actually going to build a television set.
Kabisa, kwa sababu ukiangalia ametoka baada ya hiyo vita, kukawa na kama scarcity hivi ya products, yani the country high export au high import, kwa hiyo inabidi ianze kutengeneza vitu umo ndani. Hata kwenye groceries kaenda kutengeneza vitambaa, wakaenda kwenye sukari.
Imagine,
inabidi wewe na you find the opportunity.
Na it makes sense. Ni sasa na let's say mfano kama mfano tumraisi, right? Tunaweza look back time ya kina Bakresa, umeona? At the time Bakresa alikuwa anaanza pia mimi kwa story ambayo naelewa labda sana sugar, umeona? But now eventually kwa sababu ana enough capital akasema unajua nini? Let me try transportation. Umeona? Not necessarily kama he's an expert, ila kwa sababu ana ile pia capital kufanya hivi na hivi na hivi. So let's think kwa context ya Lee kwa mfano. Ameanza na fishing, trading fishes. Ndio. Anauza fish hapa na hapa na hapa hivi. Vita na breakout Korean war inatokea pale. Anatakiwa move kutoka Selu kwenda mji mwingine. Umeona? Aenda kula kutana mazingira tofauti kabisa. Umeona? Anafika kule anaona kuna itaji ya sukari, umeona? Na watu wanauza sukari. Why not sell sukari? Why not? If that can give you money, why not?
Unakuwa ukiwa na closed mindset. Kuna opportunities unazikosa.
Very true, and that's a good point. Any closed mindset ni kuamini kwamba you can only do one thing. It's so funny kwamba mimi nimesomea labda electronics, so can do mambo ya electronics. Mimi nimesomea mambo ya librarian, the only thing I can do is librarian.
Baki hivyo.
I'm telling you, life will knock you out.
That's not the way.
So kwa na ile closed mindset kwamba this is the only thing I can do, it's a really worst thing you can do to yourself.
Wakaonyesha hadi kwenye logo yao ile kama sasa hivi logo ya Samsung ni neno tu Samsung.
Yes.
Before that kulikuwa na Samsung, hapo kulikuwa na kama kaduara hivi.
I know. Yes, I remember that. And what does it mean?
Ukiangalia pale kwenye ile duara, upande wa S, yani kama ile S imetoka nje ya duara na ile G kama imetoka nje ya duara. How am I to notice those details?
Yes, what I unavyosema the more I'm getting I'm trying to picture it in my mind. I can remember the S outside, the G I don't remember.
Yes, the S and the G. The concept ilikuwa ni kwamba they are pushing boundaries. Kwamba they are open minded.
Imagine that, man.
That was in their logo.
Imagine that.
You see?
Yeah.
Sasa hivi there's so much into that, brand design, vitu vyote.
Interesting.
Kwa hiyo hiyo effort mimi nimeona imetoka mbali sana. Unajua Samsung wana ile policy ya work smart.
Okay.
Unaruhusiwa kwenda ofisini at any time until 6 p.m. when you feel productive.
Imagine that.
The time you feel productive. Anytime kwa sababu hadi 6 p.m. huo muda unaenda ofisini.
Wow.
Sasa
wewe una muda wa kukaa chini na kufikiria kama okay, sasa hivi niko distracted, right? Let me not go to the office right now.
My mind is not right.
And sikufichi, amna kitu ambacho ni muhimu kama kuwa na hiyo system ambayo inakuencourage. Not only in the working space, ni kwanza ina-encourage vitu vifuatavyo kwamba mimi najielewa sasa hivi kwamba right now if I go to the office I'll spend 5 minutes kufanya hii kazi. Imagine ningeenda ofisini nika spend 10 hours. Kuna context moja, kuna one of the thing ambayo ilikuwa inadiscussiwa na one of my colleague Techroad kusema kwamba how can you make your office life, or how can you make this work how can you feel happy while you work? Exactly, I remember the exactly question. How can you cultivate the happiness mood while you're working? Alright, that was a really question. Kama you get time, really, ukach in kusema I'm not productive, and the company really give you that chance, hey, figure out yourself first, alright, before you coming here. I think that is too much. Kwa sababu if I go right now, nakutana yule jamaa, and that guy is not the right person kukutana right now.
Not in that mindset.
It's so much. So I see this is building their system, they're pushing the boundary.
Yeah, yes. They're thinking in a different way. Ukiachana tu na ile 8 fanya kazi 8 to 4 or 9 to 5.
Yes.
Actually, do you know the history behind that? History behind kwa nini tunafanya kazi 9 to 5?
Interesting. Tell me more about it.
So before the second industrial revolution, I think it was the second, it was the third. Ule muda ambao electricity sasa ndio imekuja. Watu walikuwa wanafanya kazi kwenye viwanda. Ilibidi wafanye kazi when the sun is up. Saa 2 hadi saa 10. When the sun is up.
Really?
After that it's going to be dangerous. Kwa hiyo saa 2 hadi saa 10 mnafanya kazi, baada ya hapo mnaenda. So we adopted that.
Yes.
Tumeenda nayo hadi sasa hivi Monday to Friday. Hadi sasa hivi mtu ukimuuliza employee wa kawaida, why do you work 8 to 4 au 9 to 5? Ni ngumu kujua, utakuta tu kwamba it's just like that in my contract.
Yeah. Well, there is so much, man.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Okay.
That's where it started for people to see, kwa sababu kwenye viwanda nani vitu ni vingi, unaweza ukakatwa ukaumia.
Exactly. And that time kwa mna umeme widely kama sasa hivi, unajua sasa hivi at least kuna we are very lucky to
watu wanaingia shift za usiku.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so if I just make it clear, kwa mimi na understand is that the need ya company ilikuwa ni to make sure kwamba we protect our workers but also give them time to work. It seems like the work culture is a definition of how the company operates and also how do they innovate. The Samsung example right now, we are saying kwamba Lee alikuwa na hiyo option. Imagine this is 1936, my friend. 1936, how many years? Almost like 90 years ago, right? Alikuwa na hiyo option. Me right now, I remember my former employee, and I'm not having anything against him, but alikuwa kama hujafika sabili kamili ofisini, that's a big deal. Right? Regardless of whatever is going on, regardless sajana mwarudi nyumbani saa ngapi. Imagine nimeenda ofisini, and because of the background, I'm not settled. Kazi ambayo ningetaka kufanya kwa dakika 5 nitafanya 10 hours. 5 hours inafanyika kwa more than 10 hours. Imagine that. But having that ability to explain, you know what? Let me pause. I'm bringing my mind state equal very fresh right now. Let me go and do this.
Yeah, ukifanya kazi when you are productive, unafanya kazi. Alafu you don't feel ile pull kwamba umejilazimisha.
Yes.
Sababu usually kitu ambacho unafanya unakuwa it's in your capabilities. Sasa nyingine tunakuta your mindset is not right, kwa hiyo unaona
it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, so only tulisema katoka kwenye groceries kaenda kwenye wool, kaenda kuuza nguo, kaenda sukari.
Imagine, yes.
Akaingia kwenye insurance. Kwenye insurance.
Wow, there's something about insurance. You know, very interesting about insurance. You know how insurance started, by the way? Like the initial insurance. It's a very funny story. And I think it deserves its own episode. Insurance it was a scam mara kwanza.
Acha basi.
I will tell you, it was run by 3 brothers na wote walikuwa ni wa kanisa. Walikuwa wana kijiji wao kwanza. Yani waamini wao kila kienda kanisani wakifa ile wakifariki hawapati ile support, especially wababa ambao wanachota warabu wao. So I decide, you know what, let's start this fund. Muone ambayo itakuwa na support wote kitokea labda wamefariki au fund kama that was like something about insurance. 3 brothers, I think in 18. Sasa for some reason wakawa scam the first villagers. Muone. So I wonder kwanzia 1890s, 18 now it is 1936. In Korea, what another insurance business? So it seems like it was some biashara ambayo ile it spread very fast.
Yeah.
Throughout the continents.
Mtu anapenda ile luxury kwamba hata kitu changu kiharibika nina backup, then there's something to support me. Well, that is where.
Let me ask you a question. Insurance in again requires insurance for life insurance.
Life insurance. They did life insurance.
Interesting.
So life insurance, wote mnakuwa mna benefits. Yule unaendelea kumlipa premium yule ambaye anakuinsure, but you don't die, lakini bado pia na wewe you are sure if anything happens, you have backup.
Okay.
So wakaingia kwenye insurance.
Yes.
The biggest move ambao wamefanya ambao tunawaona ni sasa hivi. In 1968 wakaingia kwenye electronics.
Yes.
Hapo ndio kila kitu kika.
Yes, that's where things changed.
That's where things changed.
Interesting. Yeah, and I really want to know what pushed them to do that. If you know anything.
Wakati ule there was baada ya Korean War, one of the things ambazo hadi wanafika hapo, Samsung was a big company.
Okay.
Yes, kwa sababu
established now.
Ishakuwa established kwa sababu imagine hizi business imeanza 1938 hadi 1968 ni kama 30 years hapo.
Yes, 30 years.
They have already established, na sio tu kwenye bidhaa moja.
Yes.
Wanauza mboga, wanauza samaki, wanauza nguo, sukari.
Yeah.
Wako kila sehemu. Ni kama the modern day Azam.
Yes. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very true. Now Azam they are in fintech as well. Imagine. So this is like Samsung back then.
You never know. We might have an Azam smartphone. The future is bright.
The future is bright over The future is so bright.
The future is bright. So baada ya vita kuona ile tatizo sasa the Korean government wakaanza kuwa support, yani kusupport internal businesses ili kuweza kukuza economy. Na ukiangalia hapo Samsung ilikuwa na employ watu wengi sana.
Yes.
Sababu biashara ni vingi, viwanda ni vingi sana. So government inawapa hela, wao wanatengeneza job opportunities. Pia wanatengeneza products for Korea to export outside the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
wakaanza electronics. Lakini pia something else ambayo ikawasaidia ni kwamba wakawa wanapewa very easy finance rates. Yani ni rahisi kwa kupewa mikopo, taxes zinapungua, na pia sheria zikatengenezwa kwamba hamna any electronics ambazo zitatumika Korea ambazo zinatoka nje ya Korea. Things like countries like China au Japan ambao muda huo wao wako fit sana kwenye hao mambo.
So the government say no.
Yeah. We empower our own ili. No.
That's very funny because somebody unajua najiuliza kwamba how futuristic and how positive these people walikuwa wanafikiria. Unajua kwa sababu let me give an example. Mimi nafanya kazi ya sugar, nauza sukari kila kitu, nauza samaki, nauza kitambaa na vitu kama hivyo. And then for some reason the government in a push policy anasema kwamba from today hatutaki tena kuimport vitu vingine kutoka nchi nyingine. And you have to be very positive so kwamba this is a push that I can take.
So ghafla kuna soko.
Yes. All of a sudden 100 of million people ambao walikuwa wanaishi Korea they are customer.
Yeah. Ambao walikuwa wanatumia products ambazo ni dominant za nchi nyingine.
Imagine that.
Sasa hivi ghafla kuna soko tu ambalo hamna mtu analiserve.
Interesting. And there is this concept called Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Inaitwa geocircular marketing.
Yeah.
Geocircular marketing it's a new concept mwenyewe nimeisoma recent like last week. It sounds like this. Now this is talk more on China right now. The current state of affairs of China. China, they ban all these external products, mostly of the external products in their market. For example, they were opening for electric car. Any before that, and in the stories 1990s, like 30 years ago, they were trying to go into combustion engines, and they saw, no, we cannot win that area. But what we can win potentially, it's electric vehicle, not internal combustion engines. So if they look at manufacture Europe or anywhere else, it's not so much. So they start to incentivize. Right now ukiona China, kama utakwenda na gari la umeme, literally unapata license plates. There's nothing expensive in China than license plate.
Kweli.
If you una drive gari la petroleum or diesel, it's expensive. It can even reach $100,000.
Put a license plate.
Yes, especially kama unakaa kwenye big cities. So what they did, wakasema kwamba unajua nini, to incentivize, ukinunua gari la umeme, it's free. So kuna hii concept ya geo circulation market, kwamba they are trying to make sure kwamba the market, local market, wananunua product zao kwanza za China wenyewe. Though there is I think there is a person, I think Rose alisema kwamba China there is a thing as kuna products za China zinaanza kuja huku, they are low quality compared to the product ambazo zinabakia kule. It makes sense, sababu wenyewe wana incentivize the local market first.
It's true.
Before they depend on the external. So suddenly there are 1.3, I think there are only 1.4, if not 1.2 billion people, China, who can buy their products. So the same situation here, but the government say no. Now we have free market. I think population of Korea is like around 80 million or something. That's big.
Right. So wamepata hizo sasa, wakaanza kutoa no electronics wakati huo, wakatoa 12-inch black and white TV.
Television.
Yeah.
Television
12 inches.
How
big is 12 inches?
12 inches like this screen.
12 inches is 1 foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
1 foot.
1 foot urefu wa.
That's small.
Yes. Lakini muda huo, of course, muda huo ukiwa tu na TV, wewe ni mtu fulani. Wewe ni mtu fulani. TV yako ina inchi ngapi?
My friend.
Imagine zinaingia 12 inchi ngapi huo?
Oh, man. It's a lot.
Nyingi sana.
Yeah, so they started with the TV.
Yeah, wakaanza na TV, wakatoa 5 million copies. 5 million products. Products hiyo za TV. And they sold.
Let's assume kwamba kwa kila TV it was $1. 5 million is $5 million US dollars. At that time. That's free market. From the beginning, 5 million.
Yeah.
That's
zinauzika.
Yeah. Wow, interesting.
Challenge ambayo wakaja kukutana nayo ni kwanza walipokuwa wanatoa TV, wakaanza kutoa TV, wakatoa microwaves, wakatoa ACs. Hizi products zote zinahitaji chips ndani.
Yes, very true.
Challenge ambayo wakutana nayo ni semiconductor hawana.
Semiconductor.
Yes. Wanaika expense ya kununua semiconductor outside the country. So, this is why being open-minded is very nice.
Very nice, yes.
Wakanunua a company called Korea Semiconductors.
That's a move. That's a move.
How much expense wamesave hapo? Kutoka kwenye kuimport hadi kutengeneza ya kwao.
I can imagine, man.
See?
But there is something so interesting. Right now we know kwamba kuna TCMC, the Nvidia company, right? Those manufacture wa chip makers right now.
Yeah.
Like, they are really global, they are big and everything else. Lakini imagine it was 1960s, 1970s.
Right? 1970s.
At that time, there is this company, I don't know, company ya kubuy chip, ya kwa ile kutengeneza chip. Right now, in other words, this is how I'm thinking. Marekani, kwa mfano, sasa hivi, they are really push agenda ya kuwa na manufacture chips zao wenyewe na kila kitu. China the similar thing. Lakini kumbe kuna watu 1970s so you know what, we cannot depend on external people. Let's buy this. Let's produce our own.
Concept ambayo mimi nimeona hapo ambayo I think hata it's very hard to implement in real life, like it's very important. When you're building something,
yes,
failing should not surprise you. Like challenges, you should expect challenges to come.
Yes.
Yani that's just the way.
Yeah.
Lakini even if you fail, the rate of your failure also matters.
The rate of your failure
also matters. You can fail, but there are people who fail faster. They fail faster than you.
Yeah.
So by the time kama utapitia 5 problems,
yes,
kuna by the time unafikia problem number 3, tukashapitia zote 5.
Yes, kwa najua
yani najua ukienda huko utakutana na nini, hamwezi mkaa sawa.
Man, I don't know, I'm feeling it now, but this is so true. Kwanza jana nilikuwa nasoma somewhere and there was this notion came to my mind kwamba, man, we are not bold. You know, when we are not bold, is like literally we live the ABCD life, the normal life. You know, like people were just like, nifanye kijana, so today I'll be doing the same thing, right? Like literally we are not bold. So I'm going to put this much money on this one. Let me fail.
Yeah.
I'm okay. For this 1 year, let me fail on this.
Ili ujue.
Because there was sometimes we are afraid of that. Yani ile idea kwamba I'll fail, it make you like paralyzed, una stuck. Umeona? Ukishakuwa stuck, unatengeneza ile kwamba what if? And you don't do anything about it. It will take you 2 years. Kitu ambacho ungefanya 3 months, I say this is not the thing for me. This is not the thing for me. Now, the worst part ni kusema this is not for me before you do it.
It's true.
You cannot know it is not for you. Maybe I know for sure we have different abilities. But you cannot know your full abilities if you're not exploring. Imagine Lee, at that time, I'm saying, you know what? I'm only I'm only selling sugar. I'm only selling this samaki. Imagine.
Yeah.
That's all.
Angebaki tu hapo.
That's all. And it's interesting the idea kwamba eventually they reach a point kwamba kuna an obstacle. How can we get cheap?
Yeah.
Right? Let's buy this company. Let's buy that company.
In fact, walimbishia sana. Yani watu walikuwa wanaona this is not a good move. Yani this is not a good move kabisa. It's not a good move.
How can you know?
So what he did actually, akanunua 50% of the company. So he had major stakes kwenye ile company. Yeye ndio decision maker. So that way all Samsung electronic products zina sehemu ambazo chips zinatoka. Yani ni kama anatoa vitu anapeleka. Actually, which is why so ukija uangalia kwenye ile portfolio ya Samsung, there are 80 companies.
8 companies.
Yes, 80.
Like 80.
Is 80.
Interesting.
Yes.
It's like a country.
It's a lot, yeah. It's a lot. Ngoja tuendelea timeline. So, wametoka hapo kununua hiyo company na nini in 1987. Kwanza in 1983 wakatoa the first computer. Wakatoa computer. Umeona? Hapo wametoka kwenye TV, microwaves na AC na nini, tumeingia sasa kwenye computers, tukapambane na kina Microsoft, kina nani.
Yes.
Wakatoa computers.
At that time ndio ilikuwa ndio waves za computers zimeanza kuwa personal computers.
Yeah, personal computers hapo ndo zimeanza kuwa
a big
deal.
And this guy should be futuristic, man.
Exactly. You just need to have a very big vision.
And him somebody is look like, wow, this is the future, man. I can do something about it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting kwa sababu kuniambia kwamba right now ana portfolio ya 80 company. I'm thinking alikuwa not so stupid kusema you nini, let me abandon whatever I was doing. He was like, okay, let me dedicate maybe this part of the company to this person. Let me dedicate this part of the company. Let me be here and focus on the future.
Exactly. Hicho mention ni kitu muhimu sana kwa sababu one of their strategies is to reinvest their profits. Like they make profits and they reinvest it back into the company.
Interesting.
Kwa nini asikue? Yani why? Unajua jitengenezea mazingira, the only way is up.
Yeah. I think that's a big part. The next time I'm doing a business, because right now I'm doing business like me, I haven't done that part. I think the big part itakuwa naangalia how can I dedicate my work. Yeah. I'm not going to close any business right now. I'm going to dedicate it. Kwa sababu what I see ni kwamba this guy, imagine this is assumption, of course, like this is purely assumption. Wame to manufacture a chip. It opened up all these new things to do. Mwone, kwanza unaanza na television. Along the television kutana na obstacle. How can you manufacture chips enough?
Yeah.
Mwone, no, there is this concept kuna the book that Obstacle is a Way Ryan Holiday. It's also interesting book. Yani Ryan kwenye kitabu chake anaeleza kwamba the obstacle is the only way. Kwamba kama huja kutana na kizuizi, you will never figure a new way.
That's true.
So ili ukutane na new way, lazima kutana na obstacle. So the book is called The Obstacle is the Way. It's interesting. Ryan Holiday ameandika like range of books kama ego, Each Up, Stoic, vingi. Lakini that one is really interesting. And I'm looking at this combo. This guy comes on television, an obstacle arise. Hey, you know what? Let me manufacture chips. Along the way, opportunity kuja hapa television, computer set right now, personal computers.
Tuingie na huko.
This is very interesting.
Now, in the 1950s, before they started all the diversification and Lee had a partner. Yes. He had a partner. Ambaye yeye ndio, yani yeye na Lee, they were the reason of all this diversification. Kwamba he was responsible for bringing in new companies could diversify into new products. So wakaenda in 1954 they differed kwenye management style na nini, wakatengana. Walipotengana, 3 groups zikawa formed. Ikawa formed one group, ikawa formed called the Samsung group. Samsung group of companies.
Interesting.
Ikawa formed another company called Hyosung. I don't know where ndo najua Korea. Yes. Yes. Ikawa formed another group called the Hankook Tires.
Hankook Tires.
Yes. Uje kutana na Hankook Tires.
Right now there are so many Chinese brands. You don't even figure out what is what.
Yeah. So wakaachana. In 1987,
yes,
the founder died. Lee akafa. Yes. So Lee died in 1987, which now brought the third reason why. So his death was, of course, it was not a good thing.
Yeah.
Lakini it inspired a change. Muda wakati anaendelea kufanya vitu, he was grooming his third son kuja kuwa head of the company.
Yes.
So let's call him Lee number 2.
Lee number 2, yes.
Yes. So earlier, this new son came and his focus was quality, not quantity. Quality.
Interesting.
His focus was quality.
That's
before yule baba yake alikuwa ana produce so much lakini of low quality. Lakini the things were everywhere.
And that's a strategy channel ulianza nayo unajua.
You see,
like, let me be everywhere and then I'll focus later.
But I just know as fast.
Yeah. I don't know, there is a term for this. I think I saw it in one of the reel kwenye Instagram kwamba you are trying to go as fast and you don't care whatever breaks, but you just want to go.
Yeah.
Right. And now I think the Lee the second now what does it? What does anafanya nini yeye?
Yeye focus yake ilikuwa kwenye quality. Yes. So ile new management ile in 1987.
Yes.
Pia kwenye ile list yetu tutakuwa ndio reason number 3 kwa nini Samsung is now as big as it is. Sasa his focus on quality akaanza kuionyesha as soon as he stepped in, akaonyesha, yani alitaka aonyeshe kwamba this is a new era. Akafanya a meeting of all Samsung executives in Germany.
In Germany.
Yes.
Wow.
In Germany. In Germany. Inakukumbusha Berlin conference.
Yes. It give me different vibes right now. Kwa nini aliamua kuchukua 3 executives kind of kupeleka Germany? It was like a show.
So 3 executives.
3 from 3 branches.
It's actually 200 people.
200 people.
Yes.
3 from 3 different branch.
No, from all branches.
Okay.
Executives who work kwenye all Samsung companies na nini. Yes. For 3 days wakafanya kikao.
Yes.
He was famous for, so that one was pia imechukuliwa kama ndio one of the turning points of Samsung. One of his famous saying was, change everything but your wife and children.
Change everything but your wife and children.
Alichukua products worth $50 million.
Yes.
Akazichoma mbele yao. He put aliziwasha moto mbele yao. So they can know kwamba this is serious. This guy has put his foot down. Sasa mambo ni mapya. Baada ya hapo sasa ndo akaelezea in detail his vision.
The question unajua ingekuwa labda there is something which is interesting kwa sababu I don't think Lee the second this was from nowhere.
It wasn't.
I'm sure mzee wake alipokuwa na mgroom and prepare him as a leader alikuwa anambia, you know what, now we have issues, we have standard substandard products and everything else, and I want you when you come in to think about that direction. Because there is another thing which I saw even from the movies, even the culture, the East Asians, they are really respectful of elders, right?
Yeah.
Whatever, anywhere hapo unamwambia baba mtoto wako, you're more likely kukifanya hivyo. So I don't think this was from nowhere.
Yeah, I also don't think it was from nowhere. Kuna namna ambayo imetokea. Yeah.
Yes.
So that hadi sasa hivi unajua kitu cha quality. Yani kitu cha Samsung kina quality. Yeah. If you buy Samsung phone and you buy a phone from another brand, you can tell them apart.
What are you implying, my friend?
Actually, another brand. They're very different brands. I think you can tell them apart, right? Because of their focus on quality. Yeah. So after that change, the next biggest change was now them getting into cell phones.
Cell phones.
Yes, into cell phones.
Cell phones. This was when?
This was okay. So they got into cell phones when they started. Unakumbuka wakati ule ambapo cell phones zilikuwa zina kidole
like the network
yes.
Written antenna.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huko sasa in the late 90s. The late 90s they got into phones. In fact, unajua the movie The Matrix?
Yes.
The Matrix. Yes. So in that movie kuna simu ambayo ilitumika mle. It was a prop for the movie.
Yeah. But it was
Samsung.
Really?
They made it.
I don't know that.
Wakatengeneza ile simu then wakaiuza.
Yeah, I don't know that. But there is something which nimeona watu wengi sana tuna confuse. Tunaamini kwamba these smartphones were started from America.
Yeah.
That's not true. Sababu kiangalia it was 2007 when iPhone came out, right? And they tried to sell the iPhone to Japanese market. They floundered big time. The market was not expecting something like that. Sababu the market wameshazoea kwamba simu zetu zinakuwa na camera, zinaweza kutuma email and everything else.
Yeah.
Any jobs anaenda soko la market, I think it was $2 million worth of product.
Yeah.
Wanashinda kuziuza kule Japan kwa sababu ya iko behind.
Yeah.
Right? So when you think kwamba Japan and Korea like next to each other, right? It's more likely, of course, Samsung walipoanza in those early days, they had something way better compared to the West they had.
Yeah, it's true. Na huo muda ukiangalia the market was just Korea. Yes. Kwenye hivi products ni the market was just Korea.
Imagine.
Hawajaingia into Europe, hawajaingia into America.
Yeah.
It was just Korea. Na kama ni exports zinaenda nearby countries, China, Japan.
Man. Very interesting point on the bring pale. There is something you said earlier about there is just policy ya kusema everything should not be imported to our country. So Lee the first, the initial Lee was actual founder and was reckless in terms of quality.
Yeah.
But look at that. People are still forgiving that. People are really okay with whatever they are getting. It's literally, right now, and I think that's something you're going to talk in the future, but eventually Samsung become this global powerhouse and everything else. Like at the beginning, there were nobody and producing poor product, but still people from Korea are buying. There is a famous saying from this Vuzi Tembekwai, if I'm not mistaken, and it's about Fagin. Fagin is giving a chance even if it's flawed. Yani kwamba kwa mfano mimi hapa nimeanzisha brand yangu ya clothes. Kwa sababu ile mtanzania mwenzangu, even if kama inakuja substandard ina news kila kitu, you buy it from me, right? That's Fagin. You buy from your own, right? It's something ukiangalia kwenye context kama hii ya Korea na Lee the first na the substandard. They practice that. Hey, let's build this first.
Yeah, low quality lakini it's ours.
Yes, it's ours. Let's produce this first. And then later on, we have the Lee the second. Now I say, you know what? Let's change that.
Yeah.
A lot of countries, even Israel, it's always about finding. Let's produce our own. Let's favor ours first. I wonder if we do the same thing.
Wewe tunakujua. Wewe si ni wa kwetu. If you make a bad product, we buy it and then we come tell you.
I mean, it'd be very lucky if we really do that.
Do we practice that?
We should start favor our own things, at least for now. Now we give forgiving. Man, this is for my home. Or somebody discount when I'm trying. This is for my own. Don't ask for discount.
Watoje msiombe discount. Right now, probably
let me do it. I'll make it better and cheaper for you. Let me try first.
Wateja sasa hivi wanafanya biashara wanatupigia makofi. Tunaforce wateja msiombe discount.
Very true.
Yeah, so you see, when the son came in now amekuja with a very different mindset.
Yeah.
Right, so wakaenda na the next big move was getting into smartphones. Into cell phones, not smartphones, into cell phones kwanza. Kama wakumbuka kulikuwa na cell phones zile ambazo hazina internet before, lakini unajua ni Samsung. Bado unajua lakini kama ni Samsung ni nzuri, ni imara. Yani you just know that. Lakini hazina internet, zile za button.
Nakwambia mimi
4 keys, 3 keys.
Ilikuwa ni Samsung. Believe me. Kwa Samsung ilikuwa ni plastic, of course, ina cover plastic. I don't know, there's those plastic lakini inaweza kuifungua. The button ilikuwa ziko anyway kama like not case per se, kwa sababu unafungua ile case ilikuwa na aina speaker. So zile buttons, you see the normal phones labda zile Nokia Touch. So imagine kwa ile pad kuna kama button ambayo inafunga na kufunguka. Kwa sababu button cover inafunga na kufunguka. That's my first phone. Nikipindisha nenda nao shuleni 2006 if not 2006 my friend. So way back, that's my first phone. First phone.
Yeah. Kuna strategy hapo kwenye phones ambazo walitumia. Wameingia kwenye phones tu pap wanatoa 50 new designs. 50 designs.
50 new designs.
Kama
like if you don't get this
ina solve tatizo kwamba kama upendi hiki utapenda hiki, upendi hiki utapenda hiki. So by any means you use Samsung. Na still all electronics zinatoka in the country. Now they're the biggest company pale.
And this is from the Lee the second, right?
Yes, Lee the second.
So there's at least part of quality.
Yeah. Now these are 50 new products of high standards.
Beautiful.
Yani really good quality, right? Yeah. So baadaye wakaenda into phones like that. So before hatujafika kwenye pale ambapo watu wengi wanajua Samsung kwenye smartphones. Tulisema tutaangalia zile 80 companies zile. Just to show how big this Samsung is. Right? Alafu pia something else that they do, all Samsung companies they are separate entities. Yani it is a company on its own.
Okay.
Samsung ya nguo ni ya kivyake, Samsung ya sugar ni ya kivyake, lakini they are all Samsung, lakini they are registered differently.
Okay.
Lakini kwenye administration and management na nini?
Like independent. Interesting.
You see, so in the 1950s, ndo mambo yalipoanziaga kule ambako kwa yule wa kwanza,
Lee the first.
Yes, mambo yalipoanzaga kule. Akawa anapewa mikopo na benki, right? Yes. Kwa sababu sheria zimeshatengenezwa sasa hivi kufavor nyumbani. Ana credit kubwa na nini, easy kupata loans. Anapewa loans akanunua 3 banks. 3 of the biggest banks in Korea. Akanunua. Sasa imagine aliyekuwa anakupa mkopo unamiliki.
And you know that's very interesting. You know, when you talk about banks, it's a very interesting topic to me. Sababu gani unajua? Banks is where people save their money, or put their money into.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about that, most of people now put their money in the bank, they are looking it as a place where they can safely guarded.
Yeah.
Which is true. Most of the banks
true. Yeah.
Can you imagine that is also the capital. So dear owner, you don't need this much money right now, so you put it you will pause.
Yeah. When I save to data, really?
Exactly. Someone else is taking the same money and saying, you know what, I can make use of this money. And now there are 3 good banks behind me.
Yeah.
What more can I do?
Za kwake, yani za ambako ana mandate ya kusema nipeni hela.
What more can I do? At what percent?
Yeah.
That's a good part. You can have bank right now, unaweza kuwa na compete mimi na wewe mtu na a lot of people that compete, but this is Samsung Bank.
And there's 3 of them, not one. There's 3 of them. You see? Yeah. So he bought 3 banks. He bought an insurance provider. And that's how he got into insurance. He bought an insurance company. Akanunua a cement manufacturing company. Yeah. Akanunua a fertilizer manufacturing company.
What is it?
Unaona hivi vitu viko pretty different.
Oh my god.
Lakini they served the need of the
first thing liachofanya successful ni kuanza biashara.
Yeah. Kwanza kuuza zake matunda.
First thing alichofanya properly. Kwa sababu I'm imagining right now kama singefanya the first business singetokea second business. See, kweli. Wewe unakaa nyumbani unasema what should I do with my life? You don't know what's await of you, my friend.
Yeah, there's this guy ambaye waga alisema thinking of doing the thing is not the thing.
Yes.
Creating the thing is not doing the thing. Planning to do the thing is not doing the thing. Scheduling to do the thing is not doing the thing. Doing the thing is doing the thing.
Man, that's a good saying actually. That guy was so smart. He must be very smart. You just plan, but you're not doing anything.
Planning. If you're able, it's not you actually doing the thing.
You're not doing. You think it's not doing it. You're not doing anything. I want to see you doing, my friend.
Yeah, you see. So hadi hapo kashajitengenezea a system ambayo is everywhere. Yani you're just going to need him for your life. Kama unafanya agriculture, unajenga, unafanya nini, you'll need him.
Yeah.
In the 1960s,
yes.
he bought other insurance firms.
Oh.
So obviously it showed kwamba kuna kitu, kuna profit he was getting. Akanunua an oil refinery.
You kidding me?
You see? Very diverse businesses.
Wow. What's a weight of you, my friend? Keep it ngojea. That is like no limit to me. And we know there is one thing which I've noticed as well when you are. We are limiting ourselves so much. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, I was telling you about being bold, right?
Yeah.
Being bold is like my new word right now, right? Being bold is like, you know what? I'll try it. I don't care.
Do it.
It's fine.
Wewe hapo na slogan ya Nike.
Be bold, my friend. I'm going to be bold. Hey, actually, Toyota and skills right now, there is one thing I want to tell you, my friend. Very important part. You don't know what awaits you. Just start. Huwezi jua. Unaweza shangaa umeanza biashara yako ya simu pale makumbusho. Right? Kusema this is all I can do, man. Don't limit yourself. Be bold.
You can do so much.
Be bold. Na if you can, you see this guy eventually ana diversify ana kuwa na management tofauti. Be bold. Just do it. You figure out. Be bold. So this guy, imagine ameanza na samaki na anaanza kuuza mafuta. Are you kidding me?
Sio mafuta tu. Yani anachukua mafuta and then ana refine into other types. Anachukua crude oil, anatoa petrol, diesel, mafuta ya taa.
You know, it's so much. It's overwhelming because nikifikiria kwa sababu this is not like something new sana. Bakresa mwenyewe. Are you kidding me? Man, we are not doing anything. We are thinking of doing things. We are planning to do things.
We're not doing
anything.
So akaendelea hapo.
So much.
So kwenye oil refinery akatengeneza nylon manufacturing company.
Nylon.
Yes.
Of course it makes sense. Oil produce nylons, of course.
Yeah. Akaproduce nylon. Yes. And then akawa na department store. Yes. Ni kama duka tu la kawaida kama
this guy is not tired, man.
Kama Shoprite, kama Target.
He's never getting, like, he's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
But what's the point of life?
You see,
right? If you're not trying, you're not living.
Kaendelea, and then hadi sasa hivi kuna hizo all of those companies from those ideas that he had before. Nakumbuka his very first acquisition kwa mwanzoni aliponunua semiconductor company ambayo we talked about pale mwanzoni. Alipingwa sana. This is someone. Sasa imagine kama alikuwa anatoka hivyo vyote. How many times has he failed?
Yeah.
Lakini he has failed more than you guys ambao mnamkataza asifanye. He knows the risks. Why I'm not 50% of the company?
Friend, I mean,
I'm a co-inspire.
Telling you, I'm bold.
So, yeah. So from there now, let's look at this 80, some of the 80 companies. Like 80 companies ni nyingi sana. So let's look like kuna areas ambazo zipo.
Yes.
Okay. Fun fact, unaijua Burj Khalifa? The tallest building ya nani?
Yes. Tell me about it.
Do you know who built that building?
Is it Samsung?
That building was built by Samsung. So Samsung has...
Are you kidding me now?
Samsung has companies in engineering and construction.
Samsung built Burj Khalifa.
Yes. Samsung built the Burj Khalifa. It also built the Petronas that they're in the United States, kama Twin Towers hivi, lakini they were also built by Samsung. So the company called Samsung Engineering and Construction. It's a separate company ukilinganisha na ya simu.
Yes. All this from jamaa alikuwa anauza sukari na samaki.
Right? Yeah. And then there is Samsung Trading and Investment. You see? And kuna Samsung Heavy Industries, which makes ships. Mainly.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How big is Samsung?
It's very big. It's very big. 17% of the GDP of Korea. That means everything that Korea makes. It's 17% of it. All the other sources zinagawana hiyo baki.
It's too much, my friend.
It's very big. It's very dominant. So that means kama Samsung ceases to exist.
Yeah.
All Samsung companies cease to exist. South Korea will shake.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, it will shake. People will lose jobs.
Yeah.
Exports will decrease sana.
Yes.
It will shake. You see?
But that's also a risk for the country, you know. Like the good thing is this is diversified significantly.
Yes, the chances of it dying at once.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard.
All inaweza ikafa, lakini it doesn't mean kwamba simu zitakufa. Simu zinaweza kufa, lakini ameishi kwamba ile sugar itakufa.
Yeah.
Umeona?
Kwenye electronics, kuna Samsung Electronics.
Yes.
Kuna Samsung Electromechanics. Samsung Mobile Displays.
Yes, that's a big business for them.
Yeah, Samsung Digital Imaging. Cameras.
Oh.
Yeah. And they have Samsung Techwin. Techwin is a defense company. Inatengeneza defense weapons. And they make tanks, vifaru.
I told you something is a country.
Wanatengeneza tanks ambazo zinatumiwa by the military.
Yeah.
And wana vitu vinaweza vikashoot vitu hadi 50 kilometers away.
I can imagine. Man, these people are, it's a country.
Kila
we're talking about a country. I think the episode should start by talking about really what's happening with Korea. So we're talking about a country here.
Yes.
How to build a country.
The book. Now remember the book we're talking about, South Korea, the Republic of Samsung.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm going to read that book. I've never saw it before, but I'm going to read it.
Yeah, it raises some issues.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's a country in a country.
Yeah, of course we read issues. So, even kwenye electronics. So kama hizi displays, chips, iPhones, the first iPhones pia walikuwa wanatoa displays kwa Samsung.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, cameras. We were talking about cameras last time. Yeah. Cameras za Samsung zilikuwa kuna wakati fulani ilikuwa na kamera ya Samsung, yani digital camera kwanza ina screen.
Yes, exactly. Ndio nilikuwa niko another country abroad, nikaona simu ya kwanza iko advertised in a front camera on Samsung. Way back 2010. It was like a big thing at that time when a front camera, front display.
You see?
Yeah.
So apart from all of that, kwenye finances, wana ile Samsung Life Insurance, Samsung Securities, Samsung Venture Investments.
It's a country.
It's a lot. In chemical, kuna Samsung Petrochemicals, Samsung BP Chemicals. So unajua ukiangalia vyote hivi, in fact they also have they have a marketing company. It's called Shero Industries.
Sheros.
Yes, Shero Industry.
Okay.
So imagine all of these things need marketing.
Yes.
Do we hire a marketing agency? No.
Yes.
We use our own marketing agency.
But Pia, look, this is a good thing about it. Kwa mfano, kama mimi na produce labda screen Umeona? Najua kwamba my first customer will be Samsung Electronics.
Yeah.
Kind of produce petrochemicals. I know people might need to power their plants, whatever. The first customer will be Samsung.
Yeah.
So it's like a country, it's like a vertically integrated company. You can supply, you can be self-dependent on yourself. Of course, no hapo eventually they might need maybe unajua ku sustain business, especially kwa mfano bonafanya petrochemicals. You don't expect all these chemicals usiconsume wenyewe.
Yeah.
It will be too much expensive for produce your product kwa ajili yako mwenyewe, unless you are Africa. Your country is big like Africa. So eventually you need to export to sell other people. So yeah, of course they eventually need the marketing and so on. So tell me about the marketing. What about that?
It's a marketing agency that does marketing for Samsung and other companies.
Okay.
I think it's not called Samsung. It's called Cheryl Industries.
Okay.
So ukiangalia on the outside, you don't see the ties between that company and Samsung. At least not in the name. Kama utaamua kufuatilia ndio utaenda.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to do research. How many things Samsung amekuwa involved na kwa nchi yetu Tanzania, like Samsung and Samsung.
Yeah. Themselves. Unaweza kukuta.
Yeah, I think I can
kukuta ni vitu vingi.
Yeah, well, ask.
Yeah, Samsung also has a theme park.
Theme park.
Yes, well, it's like Disneyland. It's like Disneyland.
Well, imagine employees. How many employees?
Yeah.
1,000 employees. They produce kids.
Of course they do.
What else can we go and play? Think about it, right? All they go to play.
Kwa sababu hata kama ukisema unawapa wote discount, kwa mfano, if you say maybe kuingia it's $1, of course it's more than $1. Kwa mfano maybe kuingia kiingilio ni $1. And you have in 3 years ago,
yes,
Samsung had 300,000 employees.
So let's assume kila mmoja na mtoto mmoja.
Mtoto mmoja.
Yes.
Alafu sasa assume kwamba wote hao umewapa discount ya 50%. Wale tu wateja wa kawaida ambao sio wa Samsung ni wengi tayari.
Yes.
Assume kwamba wale wote tu umewapa discount ya 50%.
No, it's massive.
Bado ni hela nyingi sana.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu tu ni employees.
Yeah, so employees. So 50% na assume kwamba labda kuingia theme park hapa bado $3.
Yeah.
So 50% ni $1.5.
It's a lot bado. It's a lot. Na bado kuna ile, unajua kuna ile the brand. People want to be associated with the good thing. Kwa hiyo mtu akisikia kuna wewe mtu tu wa kawaida umeonyesha theme park na mtu akisikia kuna theme park ya Samsung. We know where they're going. Hawezi kwenda kwa vile mtu ambaye hajulikani.
Yeah, kwa sababu the quality now can produce wewe ambaye kwa scale ni tofauti na mtu ambaye anakuwa ni that's a single product.
And you know at this time now the focus of Samsung shifted to quality.
Yes.
It's shifted to quality. Kwa hiyo unakuwa unajua kila kitu.
Tell me about Samsung S series or the phones.
Yeah, the phones is where it gets interesting. Yeah. Kuna kitu hatujaongelea still lakini Samsung also has hotels, Samsung Hotel and Resort, Samsung has hospitals where they actually test out their machinery and nini.
I told you Samsung is a country. Let's move on, my brother.
They also had a partnership with Renault.
Renault.
And made cars.
The cars.
Yes, and made cars.
It makes sense. I told you I saw a cheap Samsung chip in my car. Like, wow.
Usikute na hapo pia ilikuwa inatokea huko.
My car is Japanese, my friend.
Yeah, so in 2010 Apple. I'm so sorry.
Samsung started Apple.
We'll fix it in post. So in 2010 the smartphone started.
The smartphone revolution.
Yes, the smartphone started.
Actually, it started to peak.
Yes, so they initially, so the idea was that because Apple was already established at the time.
Yes.
Apple tunajua wakati wa iPhone tangu 2007.
Yes, like 3 years ahead.
Yeah, big deal. Kwa hiyo the focus was to not be followers, instead be leaders. So of course kama Apple wana OS yao, you would expect pia Samsung kuwa na
yes
na OS yao.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking right now. Tell me.
Yeah, so in the beginning they started with their own OS, called Bada OS.
Bada?
Yes,
okay.
Bada OS. Didn't do very well.
It
did not do very well. Ilikuwa ina shida zake. And then in 2004 Samsung could have bought Android. They could have bought it.
Okay.
Android was looking for someone to buy them.
Yes.
Yeah, but Samsung didn't buy them. Lakini baadaye Google bought Android, and then baada ya OS kufail is when Samsung wakachukua Android. Yeah. And that hapo angalau
worth competition.
Yeah. So still smartphones zilivyoanza, they were still not having as much traction as Apple.
Yes, true.
And then ikaja this marketing stunt, Samsung Galaxy.
What they did?
Samsung Galaxy. Before, smartphones were just smartphones. It's SIM, and then it has smart capabilities,
yes.
and it has Android.
Yeah.
Then they branded it and called them Samsung Galaxy. The whole idea, because the Galaxy is vast, and it doesn't limit your thinking, it is infinite, things like that. It's actually the same reason why it was Samsung. There are 3 stars.
Yeah,
in Korea, in Korea, it implies eternity.
Yeah.
There are 3 stars.
Now I'm getting the meaning, but because at the end of the day, it's like, why Galaxy?
Yeah, why Galaxy?
No. This is the thing about it. It's very, very, very interesting. I think they decided to kuita simu zao Galaxy kwa sababu they thought but this is one of the product ambayo ina go to the consumer directly. This is the products ambayo consumer tikala kawaida itakuwa nayo 24/7. Compared to a fridge or television, you see television at home, you be with the fridge at home. Lakini with your phone is 24/7. I think that name was reserved.
It was. Actually, in the Korean culture, in 3 stars, they mean big, powerful, and everlasting. Which is exactly what Samsung is doing.
Yes.
You see, it's exactly what Samsung. So they're living within their name. Yeah. So ikaja Samsung Galaxy. So their focus on Samsung Galaxy ilikuwa ni high quality smartphones.
High quality smartphones.
So they focus on quality. Kuna vitu ambavyo you must see kwenye smartphone, like the build, the software, how it feels to hold in your hand.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the things they focused on. And kwamba mtu akitumia Samsung aone kitu kwamba ni different from other smartphones, different in a good way. Yeah. So ikaja hiyo Samsung Galaxy. So wakaenda na Samsung Galaxy, Samsung Galaxy S. The S means super smart. So Samsung Galaxy S, that S is super smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kimsingi, they didn't come to play. Yani they came to change things. They came to change the game.
And if you're an external consumer, you don't feel the pressure or the mindset a company has with the product. Lakini internally there is a lot of pressure and this should be the best thing, and kuna ile a lot. So una mambo mengi kama consumer, you have a lot of things to pay attention. And rarely you give you that much detail. I think when you start paying attention to your phone, especially kama about Samsung whatever, you see wow, kumbe sasa hivi wametoa hii this camera iko kwenye hii structure kwa sababu ya ergonomic fulani. And there's a way ambapo wanafikiria ambavyo kama mteja anataka na kadi unaweza sione. Until anyway kwenye ile process ya kubuild that thing, unaweza cannot think wow, there is that thing of thinking like that. Interesting.
It's true. Yeah. So akaleta hizo Samsung Galaxy zikaenda and then they wanted to take it a step further. This is where Galaxy Note started. They wanted to fuse the tablet and the smartphone into one thing. So
why would they do that?
Because these two things, we were stuck between a smartphone and a computer.
Yeah.
The computer is very big. Smartphone is very small.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the middle.
Okay, now I got you.
So basically, ukitoa the screen of a laptop, it becomes a tablet. Actually, there's nothing in the middle. So they started to make high-end products that in that form factor. Yes.
Okay.
So they made Samsung Note. It had all the biggest specs. Kama unakumbuka ukiwa na Samsung Note, yani kwanza simu kubwa, ukimtu tu akiona simu kubwa, ikaanza kuja na zile edges ambazo zina bleed on the side, zile zina curve hivyo on the side, edges. Samsung Edge, wakati Galaxy Edge, Note zikawa na edge.
Interesting.
Yeah. So wakaenda na Note, Walipofika Note 7,
Yes.
something happened.
Something happened.
Samsung Galaxy Note 7 started to explode.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal. Unajua ilikuwa inahesabiwa kama ni flight risk. Uwezi ukasafiri kama una Samsung Note 7, walikataza. Blow up.
From some reason.
Ikapasuka. So ilikuwa inaonekana yani hauruhusiwi kupanda ndege na Note 7.
And it was, I remember that. I think that happened during my time.
It was a very big deal.
I think even niko conscious kabisa kwamba I know when people speak what they mean. Unajua ile kitu kwamba I don't even relate.
Yeah.
But now I can understand, wow, this blows, okay. Wow, so it's interesting.
Yeah. So wakazirudisha zile simu. They called them back, kurudi to the factories, wakastop pia na production at the time. Walivyokuja kutoa their replacements zilikuwa zina overheat. Kwa sababu the problem that they thought was happening ni battery. But the battery was getting too hot.
Kumbe.
So they wanted to work on the battery, which actually didn't work again kwa sababu zilipotoka tena bado zikawa zina overheat.
Yes.
Baadaye wakaamua tu discontinue. Zilitoka ambazo nyingine ambazo zilikuwa safe. Lakini baadaye kwa sababu hizo za leo tutakuwa wanaumia. Mtu ambaye ameweka mfukoni ikablow tayari, yani it's a big deal. So now wameenda sasa hivi zimekuja hadi tunazo hizi, so the S series and the Note series, those were Samsung's line. They were Samsung's flagships.
Okay.
Yeah. And then kuja huko sasa ku tackle that market, they wanted to also get the people ambao they can't afford these flagship phones. This is where Samsung A series came in.
Alpha series.
Samsung M series came in, and even the cheaper version of those Samsung F series.
I'm going to get this year.
Actually, it's targeted Indians to begin with.
Yeah, India is also a good market. You know, there is at least Africa people like any kuna watu wengi kama wale kwenye Africa wako India.
Yeah, so that if you capture the Indian market, you win. Yeah, so zikatoka hizo for watu ambao hawezi kuafford zile flagships. So now hadi sasa hivi tulipofikia, Samsung is everywhere. The electronics company wanatengeneza mafriji, ma TV, manini.
Yeah, and I think they come up, almost like end of the episode. I think the next thing we can think about, kuna two parts I think they are really important.
Yeah.
The first part, I think we need to go back, revisit the Korean War. What happened
it's
there?
It's true. How did they get there?
We are currently living with people who are on Samsung. We haven't talked about Samsung phones. We know there is MA, S series, all this.
Yeah.
But what's the prices for this? What was this for market? And what was the reason behind this Samsung, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we need in the future episode to look at that.
We can look at that.
Yeah, of course.
It can be a part 2.
Yes, part 2 of this conversation. So part 2 will be if you watch this movie za kurudisha nyuma afu nakupeleka forward. I don't know what the name exactly, but it takes you back and then forward. Kuna moja na watch right now, I think nimemaliza last week. It's Overranger, iko Amazon Prime. It's nice.
Unaenda pelekwa nyuma kwa mbele.
It's so nice.
Hadi wewe mwenyewe unakuwa.
Yeah, so what's up?
Yeah, so that is how Samsung got here. That's how Samsung got to be this big. Kila sehemu. So I think pia hata sisi huku bado kuna vitu vingi sana ambavyo hatuvitumii, ambapo maybe kama tungekuwa Korea tungekuwa tushavizoea kwamba hivi vitu ni vya Samsung. They also have a name for them. Tatizo ni kwamba
ni Korean name.
And it's a Korean name, and my pronunciation, for my dignity, I will not try to pronounce.
You're trying, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll look at those things ambazo tumekuja kuongelea na prices na nini in detail. Yeah, so that's been it.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to subscribe. We are here for all these stories
and real life lessons.
And so much more. We are here for you. We're here to let you know.
Techroad, so much more.
Yeah. Catch you in the next one.
Have a good one.